welcome to the Diplomats. Hand is late. How shocking is that? It's late. My hair's a mess. I'm sitting out of a hotel on the interstate in Dallas on a Thursday night. It's not great for me, and I'm running out of juice. So Stitches is here on time, and we are here to talk Season 6 Nexus Finals, brought to you by DiplomacyBriefing.com. And this week's DiplomacyBriefing.com is actually their 100th edition. So 100 editions of DiplomacyBriefing.com for all your diplomacy content. You get it for free. And I will say this, I don't brag on myself very much. I have good self-deprecating nature. But they had all luminaries, diplomacy luminaries for their 100th edition, talk about what was great about DiplomacyBriefing.com. And there were 5 of them. I was lucky enough to be one of the luminaries. And I would say that, and I can tell you 3 of the 5's favorite thing about DiplomacyBriefing.com happened to be an article about me, or one I wrote. So I feel like I'm the thing that drives people to DiplomacyBriefing.com. Stitches?
Very self-deprecating of you.
I told Humble, he created a monster, and that monster does nothing but worship me. So it's like I'm Pez, but I have no responsibilities. All right, we have a correction edition. The correction. Lady Razor wrote somewhat frantically that I had the title wrong of this drawing. I should say Lady Razor sent me the title, and the title said Ishbin Pant. And I even said, I have no idea what that title means. Now he's like, no, it's Ishbin ein Participant. So I am a participant. Making fun of Germany makes a lot more sense now. Germany didn't, well, he is a participant now, but at the time wasn't written. So there we go, Stitches. Correction on the title.
Correction. It makes way more sense now.
We had covered Spring 1909. I would say it was highly reviewed, even though Hand wasn't there. And out came some more Lady Razor drawings.
Apoplectic
Max. We got the Prince of Italy here, steaming, all the bridges burned, the matches, are all lit. Mad Max alone. Pretty funny. Max, one thing I like about you is, even though I don't see any path for you to win, you are very certain that you're going to win from your comments. You're not giving up. Okay, so props to you. Love this as well. Turkey, something intangible. Tanj is, of course, the name of Turkey, and he's on the magic carpet. And he's, I guess, praying for something, praying for patience. He wasn't patient, though, in this game, which I find very ironic, so I don't know when this was written.
Is that the magic carpet?
That's not a magic carpet?
I thought he was floating over a steam grate like Marilyn Monroe.
Oh, maybe that's it.
I don't know.
I don't really get all of Lady Razor stuff. I'm definitely a left brain guy, and he's a right brain guy. So it's like ships crossing in the night. He'll come on and explain his artwork, as little as it is, to the masses soon enough. All right. This was great.
This was great.
Out of the Ewok, an E-Fire. And we have so many little things here, okay? He's distracted everybody, and here comes Ewok coming in to knife them all in the back, which is fantastic. Knife the other 6 that are laughing. I kind of like the drawing of Phil here. Phil is like the hunchback of Notre Dame. I like how Ewoks are, I don't know if he's supposed to be Village Idiot's cheeks are there, but the VI on the cheeks, and kind of a homage to his misorder with this guy.
I don't think it was a misorder.
We're back to it's not a misorder.
No, I mean, I think he did it on purpose.
Oh, you're a Rivers, but yeah, maybe. But he lost to St.
Oh
Petersburg.
yeah, he definitely lost the center for it. That was definitely.
That would
But
be
that
the
tag was
ultimate.
purposeful.
It would be the ultimate example of winning the battle, or losing the battle and winning the war.
Very much so.
Um, I interviewed Pez today. Pez thought that it was Russia's game to lose. Uh, I think
Every
that's
year
where
it
you're
changes.
at, Stitches.
Huh?
I think that's where you're at. Russia's game to lose.
Yeah. Every year it changes, but I think this is the last year, so it's Russia's game to lose.
We have 3 moves left, so let's go right into it. Fall 1909, and well, we always seem to start in the east, and we'll start here again in the east because the fireworks are really in the west, and maybe hand will show up. But what do you see going on in the east here?
um, Russia's helping Italy, which is interesting. So Greece is exploded. No Turkish fleet, so if he gets a disband, he doesn't if he didn't disband Galicia, so he means he keeps it. So that's interesting.
Yeah, I think it's got to be a run at Munich.
Yeah, because he's gonna build in Warsaw, most likely. Can he build? Or does he get a build? No, he doesn't get a build.
He does not get a build, and I will point out, and I pointed out to Village Idiot, he could have had Bulgaria.
Yeah.
Just had he, I mean, had Serbia moved to Bulgaria with Romanian support,
Yep.
Greece would have still been lost, and Bulgaria would have been lost. Uh,
That'd have been awesome.
he sort of defensively replied to me about that, but I understand he's playing conservatively, 7 wins. He didn't want to lose, but I don't see any way he would have likely lost Serbia and not gotten Bulgaria. But, that's a risk he didn't want to take.
Yeah, you'd have to support Greece up, but that'd be the only way.
Yeah. Uh, yeah, I mean, he could have covered it with Budapest.
Yeah, because what was Budapest doing? Oh, supporting Ukraine. I see. He thought
But
he'd
it
trip
was
on
cut
Romania.
anyways. I mean, So I don't think it would have had any functional difference. But, okay, good for Italy. Going to get to 6. With an army now going to Tyrolia, I don't think Italy can get another center. Practically. Maybe Smyrna.
Maybe Smyrna. That's the only thing I could think of.
Um, I don't know why Turkey would help getting him Serbia. I don't know why Russia would help
Yeah.
getting a
I
center.
mean,
There's Munich,
there's
theoretically.
Munich and Marseille if you're thinking that might be open, but
But it's going to be hard. Germany's certainly going to build an army in Munich.
yep.
Um,
But he can build an army in Venice, so there's opportunities.
we'll see. We'll see. I don't know what he should build, actually. We should talk about that for a second. What do you like? A fleet can't get anywhere
Anywhere.
in 1910.
And he doesn't need it for defense because there's one fleet. And he's already got 3 over there, so Army of Venice is the only one that really makes sense. Even a convoy, he doesn't have a convoy line that's worthwhile. So
Yeah, I mean, even if he convoyed to Albania from, well, he could convoy to Albania from Venice. But yeah, no, it's got to be Army Venice, I think.
then he can either shift into Bohemia or try to go into Piedmont, maximize his play.
Turkey already had his force disband, so he's
Yes.
got 3 units
Nothing.
there, so no disbands.
But he's in Silesia, so He could be a kingmaker there.
He could be a kingmaker. I think if he wanted to be a kingmaker, he should move to Bohemia and
I
be
think
a.
he wanted to pressure Warsaw, make him retreat. Oh, the camera dropped.
Yeah, I was just about to tell you that. Yeah, I mean, that could be it. That, that could be it. Meanwhile, I don't really know what to say about.
Still doesn't have an ally. Greece is pretty much gone, but I probably would have supported it. I don't know.
I probably would have supported Greece.
If you support Greece and Bulgaria, I mean, you still would have lost Greece, but just because he had or he had Russian support. But
No, you could support Greece with Aegean.
yeah, but
Bulgaria could cut Serbia.
sure, but you put Bulgaria at risk then. That's all I'm saying.
Ah, okay. Well, Bulgaria was at risk. It just ended up not being.
Sure.
Uh, you know the interesting thing Pez said in his interview today is when VI is talkative and discussing moves, you know he's telling the truth. And when VI is not lying and is quiet, you know he's stabbing. Thought that was pretty interesting commentary on Ewok's play.
That's interesting because that's a big tell for most people, and you think he wouldn't have that.
He doesn't think Ewok wants to lie. That he will do it, but he doesn't like to do it.
I don't think anyone likes. Well, maybe some people like to lie, but
some people accuse me of liking to lie, but I assure you, I don't like it. It's just
you're a lawyer. You have to say that.
The key is believing it's true. That's the key.
Make yourself believe it, and you can make everyone else believe it too.
Right? Yeah. I really meant it when I said it. Is the key. It's only a lie if you didn't mean it when you said it.
Right.
Meanwhile, the West. Well, we're not going to say goodbye to France, but we're basically saying game over for France. I mean, he's going to take Liverpool, and he will have lost Holland, Marseille. He will have lost everything to take Liverpool.
Yep. It was rough. It was a rough guess. Leaving Burgundy was not optimal. I would have covered Marseille over Paris because you have a larger chain of centers to the south that you'd have to fully retreat to go pick it up. Bad enough for him being in Burgundy.
I cannot blame him for getting outguessed. I could have gone back and forth on that, and I think what did Hand say one time? Once you get into four folds of thinking, you might as well just go back to the first one. Speaking of which,
for me, you have Brest and Paris that are connected, and then you have Portugal, Spain, and Marseille. It's just 3 versus 2, and using your fleets around the channel to pick up anything in the corner is way easier than swinging them back around mid-Atlantic. So I think Paris is the wrong guess.
You know what I really fault him for is the paranoia over Holland and the move.
Yep.
Oh wait, you're already recording? I can't even see myself.
It's all right. You're there. Yeah, we're just talking, but you can join in whenever you want. We're talking about France right now.
You guys are already talking?
Well, we didn't have time. We're on. Anyways, yeah, no, this is a real paranoid move by him.
By France.
Because you had to think that England was going to go back to Wales. We had talked about that the last time. And he blinked and he lost Holland. Trading Holland for Ruhr is not optimal. It's basically his ball game right here. This is a bad guess.
I agree. I don't know why he wanted to pop Wales in the fall. I think breaking support to North and just supporting yourself would have been way better of an option. Too many vacations.
And we had a slight disagreement. I did not. If I was Philip, I would have gone back and forth on Marseille and Paris, and which way to guess so many times. I think Stitches was like, I would have gone to Marseille. I'm not saying I would have done that. I can't blame him for that. We just started talking about France. Do you have any thoughts on Philippe?
I would have also gone to Marseille. I mean, I'm only seeing this now. I've been rather busy, but oh, this is the move. This is the move. I drew up a sandbox for this move and published it publicly. Right. Yeah, French.
In fact, I have it right here. You would have gone to Burgundy on your moves.
Belgium.
Whoops.
Gascony. So
well, actually, I kind of was talking to Kutuzov with this a little bit, and we were going back and forth a little bit. I think I would have done the same mistake. I might have evacuated Holland and supported into Belgium, just thinking that Belgium was probably lost. But if I was going to cover, I would definitely cover Marseille and not Paris, because you can Paris is easier to defend, and Marseille is a little bit of a backbreaker because you can send a raider into Iberia. And even if he had done my move, he would be in Burgundy, which at least is a bit of a stopper tile. So I'm really surprised he pressed the attack against England so aggressively and also somewhat ineffectively. France did blow this game almost as badly as Turkey did. I mean, it just goes to show.
He blew it worse. I think he blew it worse. Turkey went for it. France just kept.
No, he didn't. He had it, and he could have been an Armenian black and won the game.
No.
Yeah,
he went for it. He just didn't go for it effectively. But he actually tried to go for it.
Well, he left the Black Sea, so he got taken in by the Black Sea disband.
You go talk. I'm going to get a cigar. I'll be back. You talk.
That's true. He isn't smoking a cigar right now. It feels odd not to be able to see my own face.
Oh, you're on your phone. If you swipe to the other side, you'll get on our faces. And then you can't see the map.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, that's what's important, not the moves.
Just keep swiping back and forth.
Yeah. Man, look at this. I thought I was going to be out in the wilderness, and thanks to the miracle of Alaskan infrastructure, here I am in a like hotel room, just sitting with all my gear, lying in bed with my shotgun, just like wondering what the fuck I'm doing. Just was sitting at the hotel bar listening to a bunch of fake blondes talk about being sluts at a Guns N' Roses concert.
Okay, you're not talking about the game.
It's an 80s hotel.
It really is. I mean, it was built in like the 50s, yeah.
All right.
Sorry, I'm being thrown into this. Be forgiving, man. Be forgiving. I did not think I'd be here.
Yeah, we're happy. We're happy you're here. But did you just like chit chat, or did you have something to say about the game?
We just chit chatted. Also, like Conk should be here. What a disappointment he was. But anyway,
whose fault is that? You said you'd get Conk as a sub, and he can't make any game. He's very Conk-like.
I know. It's sort of like when I recommended you for the Hearts. I cannot be. My trustworthiness as a recommendee is just in the toilet right now.
You recommended me for the Hearts, and then I got onto the Hearts, and I was like, I don't think this is the group for me. I'm not a Heart.
Meanwhile, he's like, it's not a lie if you believed it when you said it.
Yeah, you kind of are, though.
He's just stubborn.
Yeah. He just doesn't know how to be
I'm a
cute.
secret Heart. I'm a Heart admirer.
Yeah. But where were we? Oh, yeah.
We're on Philip's collapse. Okay, he's collapsed akin to the real French here.
We were debating.
I mean, this is really bad.
Dearest Turkey.
Another reason Marseille was a better guess, should have been a guess, is now Spain's gone. With 2 disbands and an army in Marseille. It's bad.
Yeah, leaving MAO and not covering Marseille is pretty egregious. Actually, leaving MAO might be the worst mistake here, not even guessing Paris. In some ways, I think this is a good move by Germany more than a bad move by France. Like the guess that he is thinking in a few folds here. I would have evacuated Holland too, just assuming it was gone. But leaving the Mid Atlantic is ridiculous. And you're
You
not,
did not leave Holland in your predictions. I'm looking right now. This is great.
yeah. Well, I just
This
thought
fact check is brutal.
I just well, it's because my original move when I was talking to Kutuzov was to support Holland into Belgium, but I just really thought England and France would get it together here because if you look at England too, right? England's clearest path to victory would actually be to flip on Germany here. The guy who he's been attacking all game. And in my move, I had him going to Sweden and Helgoland and moving out to the Botnian Sea, which gives you an attack vector against Russia if you really need it as well. I'm a little bit surprised that England didn't move in any way that would put them in a position to win here as well. Yeah, it's a little puzzling to me what England and France are trying to do here, and maybe there's some bad blood between them now.
You think after the 4-year war, it's like the longest war in diplomacy history. It continues, but I am genuinely wondering what France will disband because they basically sacrificed their entire game and position and winning to take Liverpool. So do you disband the fleets up there and abandon the Liverpool dream in exchange for giving up Spain, Portugal, Paris, or do you come back home?
I don't know. I figured he would play way more defensively here. He seemed to be a defensive player in general until this move, when he probably needed to be. But if he's gonna go that all out on England, if he just takes one center off England, England has pretty much no shot of winning. So he's like mutual assured destruction. So you stab me, where neither of us are gonna win.
You know who low key really took advantage of France is Italy in a lot of ways, because if you recall when he moved into the Mid Atlantic instead of moving to Tyrrhenian, where he was kind of semi-invited and could have gotten maybe his last center from there. That was a big mistake. Not being in Mid Atlantic or the Western Med at this point in the game is pretty tough. I don't know what he does here. I mean, I guess he just needs to find a new incentive at this point because it seems like victory is out of reach for him now.
Yeah, no, it doesn't seem like it. Victory is out of reach. Victory may be out of reach for Riaz. He may keep 7, but I don't see him getting to 8 unless he goes for Kiel.
This is why I really thought they'd cooperate at this point, because it's the only way both of them could have a chance. Once Riaz got that army over there and the army into Sweden, the chances of taking a center from him dropped precipitously.
All of Riaz's fleets are grounded and pretty much pinned as long as Philip wants them to be. I mean, the army on the island is going to be useless. The only thing that he can really do is try to sneak into Berlin or Moscow.
Well, what does Germany, by the way, congratulations, Germany, you're on 5.
Yeah.
You're not going to finish 6. Well, you might with a tiebreaker, but even still, I think you have, I think you're going to get to 6. I think 7's going to be hard. But he might get to 7 if you build a fleet. Will he build a fleet in Berlin and grab Denmark?
I would.
Well, he's got that Turkish army now in Silesia. He's got an Italian army in Tyrolia. I mean, he's maybe going to be worrying about that.
Well, that Turkish army is going to get disbanded, isn't it?
No, they popped the fleet, and he decided to retreat instead of rebuilding. So it's permanent.
I see. Yeah, right. He popped the fleet. I see that. Yeah, right. Huh. Yeah, he retreated instead of rebuilding. You're right. Wow, what a bizarre decision. I guess maybe you just hate playing Russia, or is he trying to? Well, I mean, I suppose Russia and Germany are the strongest alliance on the board now, so maybe he's treating them as one. Wants to be in a position to threaten both their centers and bother them.
It seems way more anti-German than anti-Russian. I think he could do more against Russia and Bohemia.
So this is a good time, hand. Look at the east here for a little bit. We talked about it before you came on, um, and this is I critiqued Ewok Village Idiot for not going for Bulgaria, and in your set of moves, even with this set of moves, had Serbia moved to Bulgaria with Romanian support, which is essentially what you predicted, or close enough, Russia would be in Bulgaria.
Yeah, actually, my thought was that I knew that Italy would demand the support into Greece, but I just didn't think Russia would do it. I think that Russia would, at this point, not put too much stock into his reputation, which in any case is probably not great on this board. Everyone knows that the Ewok will murder you. I thought he would just go for it and try to take that extra center and maybe even come into Armenia, knowing that Turkey wouldn't dare to take Sevastopol. But at this point in the game, I can't underestimate Ewok. I mean, he's really the master of the feint. So maybe Italy's about to be in trouble. Maybe Italy trusts him again. I don't know. But yeah, I'm a little bit surprised that he actually helped Italy into Greece.
I like your move set that you predicted. And by the way, you put this up before the moves went through. I can verify that. Nexus can verify that.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it shows. I mean, why both of you are out of the box thinkers. I love this convoy idea from Italy that Max did not do. I love the move from Sevastopol to Armenia, and Russia now would get a build if he had done, what you had thought. I think you psychologically figured out what. Sorry, I'm at a let's just say sketchy hotel in Dallas, Texas, with.
It's the Sketchy Hotel Podcast.
Oh my God!
Stitches, join in.
Here. He's probably going to take out a gun. I got a good deal on it, and then I drove up, and I see why I got that deal. This is what my daughter's going to remember as I take her to college. The hotel where she lived the night before she went in the dorm. Yeah, I really like the thinking here. This is the kind of you talk a game about what you should and should. You guys always say this is what you should do, and like this is outside the box for everybody, but our players aren't showing us this. Except for Turkey. I think you predicted Turkey would be monolithic, and it was true.
Yeah. Well, I mean, except that he kept that retreat to Silesia. That's kind of interesting, but yeah, I mean, honestly, when I'm putting up these moves, I draw them up very quick and they're very instinctual. So in the end, I think that if I thought a little more, I probably would have come up with something closer to what actually happened. I think it would be really hard for Russia to wriggle out of supporting Italy to Greece. That probably was the deal and would have pissed him off immensely. But on the other hand, if he had not done it, I don't know if Italy really would be in a position to do anything about it.
Yeah, Ewok doesn't seem the kind of person who would care what Italy would think.
Yeah. I mean, if it wasn't Ewok, I would say he cared too much. If I didn't know the players, I would say, oh well, Russia felt bad, really guilted them about how he had betrayed them, taking Trieste. But now he gave Greece and Italy seems to be. I mean, could there even be coordination between Turkey and Italy here? I mean, they took both Silesia and Tyrolia.
If there was coordination, wouldn't he move to Bohemia?
Well, what if they could be moving against Germany, I suppose?
We could do the same thing from Bohemia.
That's true. Silesia is just a better tile, though.
It is a better tile, but...
it's just, even if... It's one of those things where even if my mind tells me to move to Bohemia instead of Silesia, my heart tells me to move to Silesia every time. But
meanwhile, it's just like, Riaz. I mean, it's actually quite a feat tactically to remain at 7 on a 3-front war for 5 years, which
That's
is what
true.
he's done. I
Yeah.
mean, the board shared the board top, but it is very stagnant.
I actually think that once he did that stab and it looked like he was going to win, and then he waved a build, and then the entire board just pulled his statue down.
And he refused to hold the middle.
I think that it's almost like I really do think his moves became listless and he became disinterested, or it could be a personal issue or something. But I mean, it's hard to read that kind of psychology into a board, but he just changed.
Okay, what does Germany build? Army Munich, and is it a fleet or an army in Berlin? Predictions.
I mean, I'd be a little worried that Turkey and Italy are moving to my borders. I think I might go 2 armies, even though the fleet would be cooler. Kind of trying to keep it Great Britain on side. Um, Maybe you could even tempt Riaz into the tale of Germany's ascent over his enemies, like kind of comeback kid story. But I think I'd actually go with 2 armies. I don't know if I'd go with the fleet.
Yeah, I'd go with 2 armies. As much as I want to see a fleet Berlin, just having army in Tyrol, army in Ruhr, army in Silesia.
The more I
Yeah,
look at it, I think it has to be an army Berlin. Although,
He's got 3 armies on Munich that aren't his.
yeah, yeah.
all right, and if I'm France, what am I disbanding? I'll tell you right now, I would disband probably Clyde and North Atlantic.
What a bad spot for him.
Maybe Irish.
What was this?
Maybe Irish and Clyde. I don't know.
Did you guys interpret what he was thinking with this move, or trying to
Irish
see
isn't
what?
there. Irish is in Wales.
So yeah, oh, I see. So he was like just ultra focused on Liverpool or something, but not really because he left the IRC.
He was trying to
Oh,
pop that fleet.
Oh, he wanted to put 3 on. That can still be broken though. It's just bizarre move. Maybe he just got
we didn't
lied to.
interpret it. I don't know what he was thinking. Bad Philip. The used car broke down in 1909. I want my refund. It was a lemon. If you bet on Philip, it was a lemon bet. It looked good,
Well,
candy apple red, but with a crap engine. Sorry, Philip.
I mean, I guess by moving to Wales, it's 2 on London or 3 on Liverpool, so it would have given him a 50-50 shot at getting one more if Germany had stayed loyal. Yeah, who knows? Yeah, it is pretty bad.
Before you came on board, Mitches and I determined that Italy has to build an army Venice.
Oh, let's see. Hold on.
Agreed?
I was looking at our faces. One sec. Has to. That's a strong word. Yeah, it's tough because I kind of thought that he might go against France with Germany, but I guess Germany's just doing it on his own now. An army Venice. Why? So I guess so he could hold Trieste and move the fleet out.
There's just nothing else for him to do. Where's he going to get to in 1910? An army's the only.
He got 2 moves.
Yeah.
He has no real fleet opposition. And a fleet can't take anything in 2 seasons.
You guys might be right, but
I mean, you can do a fleet Naples and try to swing in Ionian just to cover it.
yeah, I mean, I was thinking of a fleet Naples. You could, I mean, you could also like support Ionian to the Aegean and then go into the Ionian, and then you even have a convoy line from Trieste into Turkey, and you're threatening Bulgaria. So I could see a fleet Naples. Well, what do you guys think the army in Venice would do?
Well, he's in Tyrol, so you could either shift to Bohemia and have 3 on Venice or 2 on Munich, or you could probably slide the Piedmont, anticipating that Germany is going into Iberia.
I think an army gives you more options, but I hear you on what you're saying about the fleet. And by the way, I think now Tanja's retreat makes a lot more sense now that I've belatedly realized that Russia has no build.
Yeah. Right. He makes them collapse back to Warsaw.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's see what happened.
It's kind of interesting. You know what's one thing that's really surprising me about this game is how much England and Turkey have not worked together at all. Like it's just isn't that kind of a bit odd? Like the whole like kind of witches sneaky alliance never seems to happen. They never seem to coordinate. There was a time when they really could have taken it to Russia, or they could have been like shaping the board to their benefit, and they just don't seem to be able to do it. They're just kind of bouncing the other powers between them.
Okay, here we go, and my battery is running low on the Mac. We got it all right, I think. Here on the board, I think we basically got it right. So props to us.
You said North Atlantic instead of Wales, but
I switched it in the end. If you listen to the second thing.
yeah, I didn't like the grounded fleets.
All right, so quickly, who had best? I'm just going to do best and worst grades. My best grade for 1909 is Russia, and my worst grade is France. Even though Germany has a close for best grade.
Best grade's probably Italy. Worst grade, definitely.
It is interesting. Italy has a lot of options there. You could even convoy to Albania. Set up a pretty decent line, though I guess that would risk Trieste. But what's Italy's goal here? To get to 7 or?
Yeah, 7's a win.
Does he have he has the tiebreaker over Russia?
Well, if he has one Russian center, Russia will be down to 6, and he'll be at 7.
The only one person that can beat Italy in a tiebreaker is Turkey.
Oh man, if Max wins this, we're never going to hear the end of it. We're never going to live it down. Especially Ed, after like that time he was just yelling at Italy and spitting on the camera and
stuff. Well, I've already said today, I still don't think Italy can win. He's not going to win. But he's really confident he can win on the Nexus server. Like
this is why I was really surprised that Russia actually helped him to this center here. I found it very surprising.
Yeah.
I really thought Russia would promise him that and then get his own center at this point in the game. Italy could win.
All right. Who will win?
Germany's position either.
Battery's going out. Battery is going out. Who will win?
Oh, God.
Prediction on who will win.
Ooh, I'm Team Russia. I also think there's a low-key English threat here, actually.
With French help? Do you think Philip gives Russia some help?
French help. He also has a bunch of convoy lines. He can move into Helgoland Bight. He can put an army into Denmark. He can come over to Sweden. There's no pressure from Russia. He can even go over to SDP and pressure Russia.
That's what he needs to do.
I think he will do that. I think Norway to St. Petersburg to Bothnia is a certainty.
I'm actually going to say I might put England on top here. I think England might win this. Another person who I'll have to eat crow about. Can someone who actually liked all game win this? Oh, right. There's no one.
I would not be surprised to see England win this. To me, it's only between England and Russia. And with Italy, the mathematical outside shot.
Yeah, I'd say that's pretty correct.
It's pretty accurate.
Yeah.
There's a lot of rogue armies and animosity. You never know what's going to happen.
And theoretically, Germany, but since Germany loses all tiebreakers, I give him no mathematical shot.
No. He could probably make it to 7, but yeah, he'll lose the tiebreaker.
Well, I think it's going to be hard to move to 7 when Philip didn't disband any armies.
True. Very true.
Philip is going to... I think Marseille has to move to Gascony, probably. And then take Spain in the fall, but that might be difficult because Mid-Atlantic's going to move. I mean, he's going to go back to Mid-Atlantic. I don't know. Yeah, I think it's going to be hard for him to get to 7. It's going to be hard for him to get to 6.
Yeah, he also has a lot of armies on his borders. He does have kind of a cool position. I mean, if I was him, I'd be wishing that the game was going to go on a few more years. Though, obviously, nobody at the end of the Nexus Finals actually wishes that, but...
maybe Turkey supports him in Warsaw.
Okay, so I got your prediction, And are you officially predicting England?
Yeah, I think so. Think so.
Man, I think Russia took a dangerous bet that 7 was enough. I think he should have taken Bulgaria, gone to 8, gotten a build,
Yeah.
and not had, and then had one more unit to defend everywhere. That's going to be in trouble. He's got to defend
Yeah.
Moscow. He's got to defend Warsaw. He's got to defend Romania.
I think supporting Italy to Greece might have been a fatal mistake, but
I agree.
he
Well,
does
it got
have.
cut anyways, but yeah, not taking Bulgaria. You mean?
Yeah, yeah. But we'll see.
All right, Hand. Well, we're thrilled you're back. Stitches. We're happy you're here. You're still here. You're still here. You're not leaving us. You may be
yet.
giving the middle finger to others, but you're not giving it to the diplomats. We need you.
Yeah.
All
It
right.
might be hard. It might be some hearts only content soon, but we'll see.
That's in the bonus episodes of the diplomats. For if anyone who sends me, I don't need to ask for money, but if you wanted to send me cookies, we'll give you some bonus episodes. And
We don't need those.
for secret subscribers. Okay, guys. Good night. Thank you.
Good night.
Good night.